There we go. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. We are having a morning of excitement today. We have Atud here from Joyous charity organization. We did have some issues on StreamYard, so we jumped onto YouTube and we tried Zoom. So we're going to be doing Zoom this morning with Teatime. Miss Liz always tries to find a way to get my guest here because I truly want to make sure that they all get what they actually asked for. So Atud, welcome to Teatime, and I'm going to get you to share a little bit on Joyous charity organization and all the incredible programs. We're going to get some questions going. So there is going to be some lagging. I really truly apologize for any lags at all. We are coming in from Cameroon, so be nice, guys. Be nice to Miss Liz this morning. So Atud, I'm going to let you share a little bit on Joyous charity and how it started and all that good stuff, and a little bit about yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Liz. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure, to be on Teatime, a very beautiful platform. I want to appreciate it and thank you for this day to appear on Teatime with Miss Liz.
So if you'd like to share with the listening audience out there, Atud, a little bit about Joyous charity organization, how it got started, all of that good stuff. So we did share on StreamYard. We're going to all share again on Zoom so that you all can find out a little bit more about it. So go ahead, Atud.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I am Atud Clovis, the founder of Joyous charity organization, which is located in Africa, West Africa, precisely in Cameroon. And Joyous charity actually started from onset. We started operating since 2019 when we were still not registered. And we have been going out, which was for us coming with this initiative. It was to reach out to the unreached, reach out to vulnerable persons to joyfully instill hope in them. So with this in mind, we have been going out to reach out to persons to help, especially orphans. For the fact that I am an orphan, I grew up with lack of parental care because my parents, of blessed memory, passed on when I was just barely two months. And from that point in time, I went through some difficulties in life, and thank God to some people that actually helped me and supported me. From there, I actually achieved my dream as an orphan. And I thought it wise that after I got my first degree from the university, I thought it wise to see how to also give back to the community, to give back to this undeserved kid, to give back to these children that maybe don't have parents, that are in the orphanage, maybe in some communities, in some vulnerable communities, to see how to reach back to them. So this vision came to me, this particular initiative came to me to see how to reach out to this person. So we came out with my wife, some other teams that came together. We started reaching out since 2019. So, but on the 6th of May 2019, we had our first reach out, and we came together to see how to register Joyous charity so that we can gain some international status, so that we can have our legal existence and our legal backing. So on the 12th, on the 8th of June 2021, on the 8th of June 2021, Joyous charity was a civil society organization and given a full state of existence. From then, we started opening. We have a lot of activities, which is our main objective. The main objective of Joyous charity is the welfare of the vulnerable persons. When we talk of welfare, we are talking about the welfare of orphans. We make sure that they don't be without food. We make sure they have their meals. We go to all these orphanages. We make sure we have food, deliver food that who talk welfare, their health is sick, prevalence of malaria and
Oh, I choose. Can you hear me?
Clearly.
Okay, I'm gonna get you to go back about 2 sentences because you started going robot-y and I want people to hear what you have to say.
Okay.
There, you're good to go now.
So we have, I said, one of the main objectives is to improve the welfare of vulnerable persons. That is one of the main objectives of Joyous Charity, to improve the welfare. And we'll talk about welfare, we're talking about their health, we're talking about their school education. And we'll talk of education. We have been carrying out back to school campaigns, which is an annual project of Joyous Charity. It's an annual project that we sponsor orphans, vulnerable kids, undeserved kids in many communities, in orphanages, back to school every year. And last year, we had an opportunity to sponsor 50 kids back to school, 50 kids back to school. And they benefited from the school didactic materials, learning aids, educational equipment, cash gifts for their tuition fees paid by Joyous Charity and partners. And we ensure that they get better education. We ensure that they go back to school so they can achieve their dreams. Orphanage. And some have hope. Joyous Charity is a basket of hope to the hopeless. Joyous Charity is out to hope. Joy is to give love to these kids that are undeserved. So we ensure that the school on scholarship, free of undeserved kids, maybe kids from less privileged homes. We go to communities and we look this from vulnerable homes. Last time we went to Combina, was a Combina school. It is a primary school. And we asked for 50 kids. If you get on our website,
I choose. We're getting you. We're cutting in and out again. You're doing really good, and then all of a sudden you're going robot-y, and I really want to have everybody hear you nice and clear. So I'm gonna get you to start back 1 sentence, and then let's continue on.
Yes. On the 8th of June 2021, Joyous Charity accorded legal existence to operate as a full non-profit organization. So when we registered as a civil society organization in 2021, operating from the time up to now. And like I said, the main objective is to improve the welfare of the person. And we have been carrying out sustainable agricultural projects to encourage self-production of food crops in orphanages.
Oh, and we got a frozen screen now. So he's talking a little bit about the agriculture and all the different projects that an organization does have. So they have many incredible projects. If you check out their website, Joyous Charity Organization, you can see that there is many things that this organization does. They do, like Atud said, 50 students last year for back to school. So we're going to continue on. So you were talking about the agriculture project, if you'd like to share a little bit about that.
Okay, the agricultural project, we had cultivated at the orphanage. We had cassava and potatoes, sweet potatoes. This was a project that we carried out at Godfrey's orphanage, and it was a 1-year project. We cultivated, Joyous and the team cultivated a hectare of cassava and a hectare of potatoes, sweet potatoes for the children in the orphanage. And we discovered that at a time when donations don't come for the kids at the orphanage, what will they do? So we now had to come together to see how to cultivate them, to teach them, to empower them how to grow and cultivate their own garden, so that when donations don't come, they can go back to their garden and harvest their potatoes and harvest their cassava. We actually carried out that project, and it was successful. It was successful. And believe me, Miss Liz, these children at the orphanage, they're happy now that they have their garden where potatoes and cassava has been cultivated. This is a big success. It's a huge success for Joyous Charity so far, that the children are happy that they can go and harvest their potatoes. They can harvest their cassava. In a time when donation don't come, remember, people of goodwill always visit the orphanage. But what happens when they don't visit? It means they will stay hungry. They will be starving because they should have their 3 square meals a day. But if donation don't come, this is when that Joyous Charity goes now to empower them, empower the kids with agricultural skills that they can cultivate their own farm, their own garden. Why allow it empty? So we went there and did this project. If you check on our website, you will see this particular project. It was done, effected, and you could see the cassava growing well, the potatoes growing well, and we did the first harvest. We already did the first harvest, and they have consumed the potatoes. They were very happy.
So
they were very happy. So
Atud, I just want to ask you a question before we continue on. So for anybody that doesn't know what a caviar are, you said you're growing sweet potatoes and a caviar. So for anybody that doesn't know what that is, could you tell caviar? Could you tell people, the listening audience out there, what caviar is? Because Miss Liz doesn't know what it is.
Okay. Cassava is a food crop that once it has been planted, it takes 1 year. Cassava takes 1 year. At times it takes 9 months. At times it takes 1 year to grow. So once planted and once you get to maybe 1 year, it is harvested. You can process cassava to get water fufu, what they call fufu in our African language. You can process cassava to get gari.
Okay.
You can process cassava to get bobolo. You can process cassava to get kumkum. These are all food items that can be used at the orphanage on daily basis to serve as food to the children at the orphanage. So we plant cassava, but we harvest it and process it to get kumkum, to get fufu, to get gari, to get bobolo, which can be consumed on daily basis at the orphanage. That is what we planted.
Well, thank you for sharing that, because I didn't know what I didn't know what it was.
Benefiting from that.
And for the listeners out there, we do have to remember that Atud is in Cameroon and Miss Liz is in Canada. So there's a lot of things that I really want to know about Cameroon, like how you help and support the kids and grow the crops and all of that. Because if we can help in any way, for any of the listeners out there or viewers that are watching now, if you'd like to help in any way, we need to know these things so that we can help you as well, Atud. So like, do you need funding for the gardening? Is it all done in Cameroon? Can people send you seeds? How does that work for the garden?
Yes, for the garden, we have an agricultural expert with Joyous
Okay.
Charity team. We have an agro-pastoral expert that is in charge of producing the seed, gives us the seed, like the potato seed and the
Okay.
cassava seed. They were given by one of the experts of Joyous Charity team
Okay.
for free. They gave that for free to Joyous Charity as a donation, and then we used that to be a blessing to plant the seed at the orphanage, God First Orphanage. We did that planting, and it was a realizable project. We realized the project because after 1 year, we did the harvesting. It was processed to cassava, from cassava to gari, from cassava to watafufu, from cassava to kumkum, and from cassava to bobolo. And then for the sweet potatoes, it was achieved because the children got their sweet potatoes. They could boil it and eat the potatoes with oil. They could as well make potatoes chips.
I'm learning a little bit about the food and how you guys eat over there.
That area.
So you also have the program. I found on your website you have a program called Disability is Not Inability. Do you want to share a little bit about that project?
Yes. Okay. This project, Disability is Not Inability. We discovered that we have been visiting disability homes, persons with disability, living with disabilities. And there's this lady that Joyous Charity came in contact with one time at Buea, University Junction. She's called Acha Grace Tanga, Madam Acha Grace Tanga. She's a disabled lady. She has a son. And what amazed me is that she's at the university level, getting to pursue her college degree. And she has a table business, a little table business is placed at the roadside that she's earning her little funds to support the son and to go back to school as well. So we saw that, and then we came at that point in time again, we saw a healthy disabled lady begging at the street. She was crippled, but begging at the street. And we're like, this lady, with the other lady we saw, she was doing something to earn a living, though she was disabled. And the other lady, disabled, but she's begging. That's when the idea of disability is not inability. Because if Acha Grace Tanga could hustle, could do some little things to make ends meet, and then why not others joining them to also do that? So we came to that knowledge. Joyous Charity came and supported her with a cash gift to expand her business so that she can expand the business so that it can self-sustain the family and can also self-sustain herself back to school. We supported her with a cash gift of 100,000 francs, CFA, and she stocked her business. We stocked her business. Joyous Charity stocked her business. It's a capital support fund. That's women empowerment support. We are supporting persons with disability because we know that disability is not inability. The fact that you're disabled doesn't mean you cannot work. The fact that you're facing disability doesn't mean you cannot work, you cannot go to school. You can do something to earn a living. So we'll see someone like that is a place of Joyous Charity and the executive team to see how to give that person assistance, a push. That is exactly what Joyous Charity did for Acha Grace Tanga. If you go on a platform, you see that disabled lady where we gave support to a long time and help this one equally go back to school.
Oh, we're losing you again. You're going like a robot. So we're gonna just take a second to let you get you all together again, because it seems like when we take a little 2-minute break, then you come back and you're nice and clear again. and you're getting a lot of good information out there. And I want all the viewers and listeners out there to understand that we are coming in from Cameroon this morning for tea time. So there will be a little bit of glitching. Please excuse any of the technical issues, but I really wanted to get Atud out there and I want to give him a fair tea time. So we're going to let him just gather. And it seems like the connection, once we give a little break and Miss Liz does a little talking, then Atud comes back nice and strong. And that's what I like, is I like nice, strong, clear conversation. So we do have some people that are watching, and they are saying that the connection is really bad and they really want to hear you. So I'm just going to give you some time to gather some really good, strong points. And we're going to jump into remembering orphans next. So Atud, if you'd like to get into remembering the orphans.
Yes, yes, that was awesome. That's an awesome project. That's a major project of Joyous.
And we're nice and clear again, so you can continue, Atud.
So this project it is one of the most interesting projects we have here at Joyous Charity, which is to ensure that Joyous Charity we remember orphans on daily, on weekly basis, and on monthly basis. So this project is to put smiles on the faces of orphans. Main objective is to put smiles on their faces. And one of the mission statements is to inspire, to empower, to encourage, to transform and illuminate the minds and life of the vulnerable towards achieving their goals. So this is orphanage to encourage and to inspire our
Oh, we're going. Atud, I'm just gonna put you on pause because we're Atud, can you hear me? Because you're going really robot. You were nice and clear, and then all of a sudden you started. I think when you're moving a lot, we're getting a lot of static. So if you want to sit still and then try that, see if that's going to make a difference, because you were nice and clear, and then all of a sudden you went nice and robot-y, and I don't want the robot, because I want to have you nice and clear. And this is really important. This project is really important. It's remembering the orphans. So if you want to try try now and see if you can come in nice and clear.
Yes, I can get you clear now. Thank you
There
so
we
much,
go.
Ms. Lee.
You're nice and clear now. So go ahead, continue with the remembering the orphans.
So yes, remembering the orphans. You know, just like as I was remembered as an orphan, I was helped, and many gave me support as an orphan. And today, I'm a pastor. I'm a teacher from the from the University of Buea, a graduate, and I'm married. So if at all I wonder if the dreams I was destined to achieve. So we now discover that Joyous Charity is one of the main platforms to see how to give assistance as well in the orphanage, to give them this opportunity of when we let the orphanage know that they are kings, they are ambassadors, they are doctors, they are lawyers. That is the mind we're instilling in them. Like, one them know that they are very precious. That I mean, they are.
Oh, we're losing you at Atud, we're losing you again. The connection is really, really choppy. So I'm just gonna give a little bit. I'm just gonna read a little bit from what the notes that I have and see if that helps. I find that when we take a little break, it seems to sound better. So a couple more of the projects that the Joyous charity organization does is community development, orphanage outreach, hope givers, agriculture projects. Disability is not an inability. Remembering the orphans, what she's speaking on, and will continue as soon as the chopping stops. Menstruation is fame, not shame, and education is key. This orphanage has helped 50 students last year go back to school with their donations and their partners and all of that. So I really want you to check out their website, check out their Instagram page, their Twitter, their LinkedIn. Atud is all over. This young man is doing incredible work for the orphans in Cameroon. And I really want to bring a strong cup of tea to the table. And I want to thank you, Atud, for really bringing all of the work that you do to the table. So we're going to try again and see if we can get a little bit more on remembering the orphans, and then we'll jump into the menstruation is not fame, is fame, not shame, because I think that's a really important topic that we need to talk about, because in Africa, a lot of people are shamed for menstruation. So we really want to get into that a little bit. So let's finish up with the remembering orphans, and then we'll jump into the menstruation is fame, not shame. And then the education is key. So we'll get into all of those incredible projects. Atud is doing amazing work. So again, Atud, thank you for all of the incredible work you're doing. So let's get back into remembering the orphans and how important it is to remember the orphans.
Wow, thank you so much, Miss Liz. Remembering an orphan is one of the most important projects that Joyous charity team tries to do on daily, weekly, and basis. We don't just remember orphans maybe annually. We remember orphans on daily, weekly, and monthly basis. So we have free meal delivery programs on daily basis, weekly basis. We send support to orphanages, thanks to our partners that are always there to see how to support us, to see how to fund us, to see how to collaborate with us, so that we can be able to feed these kids at the orphanage. Sometimes to feed at the orphanage is difficult. It is difficult. You can attest, Ms. Lee, that to feed just one person in the house or two persons is difficult. Then talk more of 5, 20 persons at the orphanage.
Nope. And there we go. We got your sound back. Mm-hmm. I think the worms are chewing. We had Kathy's Crawley composers on 2 days ago, and I think the worms are still eating at my wires here. We're having a little bit of technical issues, but I really want to bring this to the table to make sure that you check out Joyous Charity Organization. They are a nonprofit, they are legalized, and they are going through the sustainable development goals. So it's a really incredible organization to be checking out. I really, really strongly am pushing this organization out because they're incredible. They're doing incredible work. Atud and his team, there are 18 volunteers that are doing this, and they are making a difference in so many children's lives in Cameroon. And we do have many, many tea times that came in from Cameroon. If you check out season 1, 2, and 3, and I really want to connect Atud with those people as well, because the stronger we grow together, the stronger we make a difference. So Atud, I want to get into the menstruation is fame, not shame, and let's see if we can get a little bit of that out nice and clearly.
Okay, all right, yes, that is awesome. Before I get to that, I want to say to maybe to the viewers and those listening that they have an opportunity that they can sponsor a child at the orphanage through Joyous Charity. You can pick a child and you decide to sponsor a child, remember an orphan, maybe to sponsor the child back to school, to feed the child, or to clothe the child, or to maybe inspire the child. Maybe there's a gift on the side for the child. You can do that. So the Joyous Charity is open for more partnership, more sponsorship for orphanage projects, remembering an orphan. That is just an addition. And getting to menstruation is a fame and not a shame. That is a major project because it is something that has been really like a taboo in Africa, in some communities. They see menstruation as a taboo. Many of these orphans, many of these vulnerable persons, IDPs, they don't know about menstruation. You know, menstrual hygiene and sanitation is something very important when they come of maybe this puberty. They will need to start maybe when they start menstruating. Remember, at the orphanage, they don't have a means to get this maybe tampons, maybe sanitary pads, maybe napkins. Just Charity tries as much as possible to see how to provide these things at the orphanage. We don't necessarily need to wait for them to ask. We just have to get them and donate at the orphanage. It is kept there. When a child is menstruating, they will just get any of these items and give to them so that it will not make them uncomfortable. They can miss school. They can miss school because they are menstruating. They can be stigmatized because they are menstruating. They can feel horrible because they are menstruating. So we are here to encourage and even carry out some menstrual hygiene and sanitation in schools, in orphanage homes, in communities. We bring medical personnel that are in charge in that field, working with Joyous Charity to see how to give them the knowledge that menstruation is a blessing. The fact that a girl child is menstruating is a blessing and not a curse. So we are breaking this taboo that has been placed, that has been stigmatized on the girl child, that if you're menstruating, you are nobody. No, we are putting that off. That the fact that a girl can menstruate means you are a full-grown lady.
So
we are putting.
I want to ask you.
No.
I just want to ask you a question. In Africa, why is the stigma so high on young ladies with their menstrual cycles? Is there a reason behind that?
You know, just the fact that the girl child is menstruating, they see it like something strange. they see
it's
like
natural, right?
It's not part of. I mean, yeah,
it's a welcoming.
Natural.
It's a blessing.
It's something natural. But they see it with the kind of mindset.
And it is.
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing. It is the mindset, right? We need to break that. We need to break that mindset, and we need to break that stigma because it happens all around the world, you know. But there is such a high shame in Africa when a girl child does get their menstrual cycle, you know. So they feel like they have a curse. So is there a way that we can break that stigma through education?
That's true. Yes, through education and through sensitization. Some of these campaigns that will go to schools, to orphanages with medical personnel to see how to break that stigma through knowledge, educating them, telling them that when you are menstruating, it's a blessing. It's not a curse. When you are menstruating, you can belong. And it is very shameful when a girl child menstruates and cannot afford to get the sanitary napkins. It's really horrible. That is why Joyous Charity come in place with a partner to see how to get enough of these sanitary pads, sanitary napkins, tampons, and keep them in stocks so that we can donate them freely, donate them for free to schools, to orphanages, to these homes, these vulnerable homes, these communities that they don't have access to those things. So that when they are menstruating, it will not embarrass them on the street or embarrass them in school or embarrass them in church, so that they can have them at their disposal for us to have more and not a shame. You can make donations for us to achieve, to acquire, to get more of these sanitary pads to donate them to these persons that I need, that cannot afford it.
So is there a way that is there like a donation where we can drop off these napkins and pads for for the orphanage? Like, is there a way that we can, for the viewers and listeners out there, if they'd like to help, if they'd like to make donations, where can they do this?
Yes, they can send a donation to Joyous Charity. They can use our information to do maybe through a international postal service. They can do a postal service to donate them to Joyous Charity through our name and our phone number. Our contacts are there on our website. You can get all the information there, or can send us an email, maybe through info@joyouscharity.org, so that we can maybe discuss what the best way to maybe donate. Some would like to do it maybe through cash. There are other ways you can do it through cash. Maybe you can go on our website, you can go to a bank account, Joyous Charity bank account, Eco Bank account, and you can make a donation for that project. Or you want to send it maybe you want to send the donation items to Cameroon. You can as well do that, maybe through any of the we have USP. You can go to DHL. You can go to FedEx, maybe to International Postal Service to make that donation of maybe sanitary pads, napkins here in Cameroon.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I want to get into a little bit of the Hope Givers. So what entitles that project?
I didn't get you, come again.
So you also have a project called the Hope Givers. So what is the Hope Givers about?
Okay, Hope Givers. Hope Givers. This is a beautiful project. Hope Givers. There are people in communities like widows. Like widows, we have widows, we have widowers, we have IDPs, that is internally displaced persons as a result of crisis, maybe refugees crisis. So these persons, these widows, widowers, IDPs, Joyous Charity reaches to them, maybe we reaches them on a visit. We have year visit that we give hope to them. One of the things we should do is most of them, they are down when they are displaced. You know, displaced, the wife.
Oh, we're losing you again. You're going roboty. So I'm just going to share a little bit more. We are going to wrap up the tea time. We are almost 1 hour already. We got 20 minutes left, but I'm going to just give a little bit more insight onto what Joyous Charity Organization is all about. So they do have many incredible projects. Right now, Atud is talking about the Hope Givers for the widows and that. So he helps so many incredible people in Cameroon. So I really want you to check out this young man and all the incredible work that he's doing, because he is really, truly making an impact in Cameroon. 50 children last year went to school because of this young man and his organization. So that is 50 kids that is getting an education. Plus he has all of the other programs and projects that he's doing. Plus he has incredible news and partners and everything. So I want you to share a little bit about the partners that you have as well. But let's get back into the Hope Givers and let's see if we can get a nice clear message on that.
Yes, with Hope Givers, Joyous Charity is just to bring hope, to bring love, to give love to these undeserved persons in the community. Remember, being a widow, you have lost your husband, and you need love, you need care, you need attention. Like 1 Corinthians 13:13 says, faith, hope, and love abided, but the greatest is love. We don't just talk love, we demonstrate love. So we are hope givers. We give hope to hopeless orphans. We give hope to hopeless widows. We give hope to hopeless widowers. We give hope to hopeless IDPs, internally displaced persons, as a result of the crisis. And when we do that, we try to see how to support them with funds. We support them with funds. Maybe they have some business they want to begin. We give them funds to self-sustain them for a long run. Maybe they want to start a project. they want to start a business, or maybe they have children that are going to school. Joyous Charity will try to give hope to those families, vulnerable families, underprivileged families, so that they can have the opportunity to belong, to have a sense of belonging. At times, just going there, we show the care, the love, talking with them, playing with them, having wonderful that we're having wonderful that with Miss Liz here at tea time. Just that moment with the children, that moment with those families that are broken, it revives them again. It rekindles joy. It rekindles that happiness. It revamps their spirit. It rejuvenates their spirit. So I think we are calling on many to join Joyous Society. You must not give financially. They can give you attention. You can give your care. You can give your love. You can give your time to these people to uplift them again. Some of them are broken. Just that care, that love, that attention will go a long way and revive hope. An act of kindness, it will not be forgotten. So last year we sent 50 back. So this year, 2023, we are hoping to send 100, even 200 back to school. That is hope.
Anything is possible with hope. I choose anything is possible with hope. You know, if everyone in the world if everyone believed in hope a little bit more, we could all make a difference. And I really like that you brought give attention, give time. It doesn't always have to be the financial giving. You can give from your heart, you know. You can donate napkins, you can donate pads, you can donate seeds. There's so much that you can donate that doesn't have to always be that financial resource. So I want to get in, we're almost on the hour. So we've and tea time has really just flown by, but I really wanted to make sure that I got a strong tea out there this morning. So before we wrap up, I want to get a little bit into who you are as an individual and why you do what you do for Cameroon and the orphans. So if you want to share a little bit about your personal story and that, because we got that on StreamYard, but you know where StreamYard took us, it took us to Zoom. So let's get that out there, why you do what you do.
Okay, all right. Let me share a little bit about my personal information. I am Atud. I am Atud Clovis Tendong. I'm a pastor. I am 31 years of age. I am married to Miss Cynthia and a beautiful daughter, Princess Jemima. And I grew up as an orphan. My parents died when I was just 2 months old. My both parents died when I was just 2 months old. I grew up as an orphan. I know how life has been unfair to me. It has been difficult. I went through challenging moments, difficult times as an orphan. I had no opportunity to go to school, but thank God to some goodwill individuals, some people of goodwill that came to support orphans. And I was part of the scholarship team that supported me to go back to school as an orphan. I graduated from the University of Buea with a bachelor's degree in history, major and curriculum studies and teaching, Faculty of Education, University of Buea in Cameroon. And today, to the glory of God, Joyous Charity is here to reciprocate that same love that was given to me, that same kindness that was shown to me as an orphan. I feel that it is a way of it to give back to the community, to give back this same love, to give back this same concern, this same kindness that was shown to me. I think there are many suffering. There are many going through what I went through. If I was not supported, I wouldn't have achieved my dreams. Many think that life has already ended for them. We are here to inspire hope. I'm here to see how Joyous Charity, together with Joyous Charity, the entire Joyous Charity team, is out to give hope. So as an individual, I know that it has not been easy as an orphan to achieve my dreams if I was not supported, if I was not helped. So Why not give that help to another person? Why not give that help to another person that is in that same situation? That is why I am bent. Joyous Charity is bent. Joyous Charity is out. Joyous Charity is ready to see that we give back this same love to the kids, to the undeserved kids, especially education. Education, because with education, like Nelson Mandela said, education is a powerful tool that you can use to change the world. So if you give a child education, you have given that child everything.
Well, and you also have a project called Education
So
is
Miss
Key.
Liz,
Go ahead.
yes, education is a key. Because without education, you cannot achieve anything. You need that formal knowledge. You need that formal knowledge from school. And once they are not, they don't have that opportunity to go back to school, how will they achieve their dreams? Remember, I told you that we don't call the kids in the orphanage that orphans. We call them queens. We call them doctors. We call them lawyers. We call them bankers. So we give them this opportunity to go back to school with our back to school campaign so that they can achieve education, they can achieve their dreams, they can achieve and fulfill their purpose in life. I believe with education, you can actually achieve anything. But without education, you might not be able to achieve your dream. So we are giving them that opportunity to go back to school because they don't have parents, they don't have people to take care of them. That is why they have Joyous Charity and people of Good Way Out that are supporting Joyous Charity to see that together we can be able to give them a better future by giving them education. That's why I say education is the key. Education is the key. Joyous Charity is out to ensure that the kids, the orphans, with a very promising future, go back to school on scholarship.
And education is key because without education, we are walking a blind life. We are no hope. So we need the education and awareness. We need the awareness. And this is why we're doing this tea time, is to bring the awareness to the Joyous Charity Organization. Atud, I really want to thank you again for everything that you're doing in Cameroon. And I really want to connect you with my Cameroon Tea Time guests that I've had on in season 2 and 3, because I believe that when we grow and we plant each other and we support each other, we truly make a difference. I want to get into your partners because you have some really incredible partners that you're working with. So if you want to share a little bit on the partners, I did find that you had 3 partners. Are you looking for more partners and sponsorships? And how does that all work?
Yes, I'm looking for, well, with Joyous Charity is looking for more partnership with many. We have partnership with LUGMEF. We have partnership with healthcare center by Steve Puentes based in USA. We have a partnership with Miss Lauren Evans Francesca, House of Francesca in UK. And we are looking forward to have more partners that will join Joyous Charity because we have an incredible work we are doing. And we cannot do it alone. We need support. Remember, this year, 2023, we have to send back close to 200 plus children back to school, orphans. So it's a huge project. We have orphanage projects. We have to plant cassava. We have to plant more potatoes. We have to feed the kids on daily basis, on weekly basis, on monthly basis. Remember, they have dresses to wear. They need to wear good dresses on. They need to look good. They need their school materials, school equipment, school learning aid. They need computers. They need a lot of stuff for learning. So this kind of project we cannot achieve alone. We need to purchase more sanitary pads. So we need more partners from all over. We are calling on more partners to join Joyous Charity. We are calling on more volunteers, more partners, more sponsors. We are open for partnership. We are open. Joyous Charity is open for partnership. Because I believe together we can. Together we can.
So a little bit on, I found on the website that you have some, we talked about how you got started, how they can make donations, the support and all that, the back to school and resources. So if you want to reach out to you, what resources can they connect with you? I've mentioned them a few times. So for the listeners audience out there, If you have heard Miss Liz talk today on Tea Time, you've heard the resources, but I would like it to share where you can find him and all of that good stuff.
Yes. For Joyous Charity, if you want to make a donation, maybe for back to school campaign, back to school project, you can do that. We have a PayPal account on our website. Though we're having some issues with PayPal now because to withdraw from Cameroon to PayPal is kind of difficult. It's crazy to do a withdrawal from PayPal. So we always advise and talk to our partners that they can do a donation to our bank account, Joyous Charity bank account, Eco Bank account, and they can also do a donation maybe through cryptocurrencies. It is on our website, and they can also do a web donation. You can write us on a email info@joyouscharity.org, and we can maybe do a donation through Western Union. You can do a donation through MoneyGram. You can do a donation through World Remit, and through other forms of donation means. So we are open. So whatever means is okay to you to donate, you just write us on our website. A donation option, banking, or maybe a maybe.
Oh, we're getting all Roby again. I'm going to get you to go back one sentence because we got all robot there for the last little bit. So I really want to make sure that people can connect with you. So if they'd like to connect with you, they can make donations and that. But where can they reach you besides the website? Where can they find you, Atud?
Okay, they can find, you can write me personally on my Facebook, Atud Clovis. Facebook, I'm Atud Clovis on Facebook. And you can get on on Instagram, Joyous Charity on Instagram, IG. You can get Joyous Charity on Twitter, Joyous Charity Organization on Twitter. You can get Charity Organization, or you can send us an email to info@joyouscharity.org. Info@joyouscharity.org. Once you get on our website, www.joyouscharity.org, you get on the website and you find all the information there. You can as well call us directly. You can call us directly. Have a direct call on +237 674 928982. You can find all that information on our website, www.joyouscharity.org. You can find everything there. Just to send us an email, write us, contact us, and we'll get in touch with you as soon as possible.
Well, there you go. We have the resources, we have the support.
Thank you so much,
Ms.
Lee.
We have the donations, we have all of the good stuff. But before we wrap up your tea time, we have a few more minutes before we wrap up the 1 hour. I want to get into the personal stuff of Atud, because all of my guests get asked a couple questions before they come on to tea time. So I did ask Atud what one word was to describe himself, and he gave me the word humanitarian. So do you want to share a little bit why you picked that word to describe yourself, Atud?
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Liz, for that question. I truly appreciate that. I put humanitarian because I'm a humanitarian. I'm an advocate for orphans. Humanitarian in the sense that my Joyous Charity is out to give. We are out to give help. We are out to give support. We are out to give encouragement. We are out to give the needs of the undeserved kids. So as a humanitarian, we try as much as possible to see how to give out to those persons in need the exact thing they need. So we give irrespective of geographical location, geographical boundaries.
So, and I also
I'm
asked,
a giver.
I also
from
asked,
time immemorial.
go ahead, Atud.
I know it is more blessed, like the Bible says, it is more blessed to give than to receive. And the Bible says, let us give not grudgingly, but of necessity, because God loves a cheerful giver. So I'm a humanitarian, I'm a pastor. I don't just preach love. I don't preach love, but we also demonstrate love. I demonstrate love. Joyous Charity is how to demonstrate love. We are out to demonstrate love, not just saying that we love you, we love you, we love you. No, we should be able to give, reciprocate the love by giving. So as a humanitarian, we are out to give. As a humanitarian activist, we are out to give relief, to give support, to give help to those areas, to those persons, to those orphanages, those communities that are in need.
And I also asked Atud, all the guests get asked this question as well. What is your favorite color? And Atud gave me 3. So why 3 colors, not 1? Could you share a little bit why you gave me 3 colors? And the colors that you gave me were red, blue, and forest green. So I know a little bit why he gave me those colors, but I'd like you to share with the listening audience out there why those colors.
Okay. I'll start with forest green. Forest green is showing fruitfulness. Fruitfulness. And Cameroon is a fruitful land. Cameroon is a fruitful land. And green shows rebirth. It shows rebirth, regeneration. Forest green is a symbol of birth. You know, I believe many people they have gone through some hard times, some dark moments. So we are trying to bring to life. We try to bring to life some of these orphans that felt that life has treated them unfair, or maybe they're at a point where they have no help. Things are stuck in their life. So we bring life, green life in their. We bring them life. We instill life in them. We impart life in them. And I think the forest green is one of our colors of our t-shirt. The forest green is one of our colors of our t-shirt. And blue as well is another color of our t-shirt, but blue in the sense that, you know, like there's this saying that out of the blues, help just comes. We we give surprising surprising help to many people think help will never come to them. There are times we just visit a home and like, hey, we have been praying for help, and out of the blues, help just comes. So that help we're giving, you know, the colors are very symbolic, because this blue is very special. Is that particular aspect in the life that we try to see how to get to them at the right time, at the right place, when it is needed. Red is love. That's the main one.
I kind of figured you were going to say that. So what else besides love? What do you got for red for me?
Okay, you know, one thing, one of the main things that caught my attention with red, I saw a sign of love that was made like this. Love.
Let me see.
Yes. Oh, that is big.
We have a lot of love between me and you.
I saw. You know, it is because of love that Miss Liz gave Joyous Charity this opportunity to feature on Teatime. We are having a strong tea. I mean, this is one of the best tea I've ever received so far. This is one of the best tea Joyous Charity has ever received so far. we want to say thank you. We heartily thank you, Miss Liz, for giving us this opportunity. It's a wonderful opportunity. We don't take it for granted. We don't take it for granted. We are very grateful. And with a strong note, I want to let you know that red is one of the focal points that connected us together, that connected Joyous Charity with Teatime. And it is still a focal point that will connect Joyous Charity with many partners. Because I believe by now, many are already touched in their hearts to get in touch with Joyous Charity. Many are already touched from their heart. Remember, you can give, but not out of love. Many can give, you can support with, you can give a one-time donation, a very huge fat account. But if not given out of love, the giving is irrelevant. So in giving, we should be able to give with love from the heart. It should be a heart thing, not a hand thing. Love should not just be with the expression only, but from the heart. You can give $1, you can give $1 from the heart. It will bless the orphans, it will bless the kids, than giving $50,000, not with love. So
And
if you
I
bless
really,
Joyous Charity,
Atus, I really want to
something,
thank
I
you
believe,
for saying that, because we can give a lot, but if we're not giving the heart with that donation, we're not really making a difference. We're just giving a check. So again, Atus, thank you for mentioning that, because we really need to start giving with love. We really need to start taking appreciation. Like me and you have communicated for the last week back and forth, and I know that you are truly honored to be on Teatime and you're grateful for this opportunity. The opportunity that I want right now, that I'm asking all the listening audience, is give Joyous Charity Organization a chance. Give them a donation with your heart, not just your pocket. Make sure that you're giving with love. I really want that to be out there. This is what Teatime is. We support with heart. Giving from the pocket does nothing. It changes nothing if you're just writing checks and you really don't care about the difference of these orphans. So if you're going to give and donate, please give from the heart. Give love, give time, give attention to the orphans, because the orphans are really important. Atus, you are really an important young man and you are doing incredible work. And I'm proud and honored to know you. And I'm honored that you reached out to me, because without you reaching out to me, I would not know about Joyous Charity Organization as well. There are incredible organizations out there around the globe, around the world, that need this one-time Teatime. So again, I really want to thank you for joining me today on Teatime and sharing the incredible stuff. But before we wrap up your Teatime, I know we're going to run a little over the hour, but I want to know, if I give you the word tea, what 3 words would you give me for the letter T, E, and A? And we're going to wrap up your Teatime on that note. Atus, can you hear me?
hello, Miss Liz.
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Come again with your question. Come again, please.
I want to wrap up today's Teatime with tea.
Yes, I can hear
so
you.
we're going to serve a really good strong cup of tea before we wrap up your Teatime, because we are running up to the hour. So if I give you the word TEA, what 3 words come to mind for you for each of those letters?
Oh, T. Oh my goodness. I love that. T, teaching, educational. It is a blessing, because when I first saw that, I was really amazed. To know that when I first saw this T, I thought it was in my own sense. I thought it was teacup. We are having the tea.
And we do have the cup, and we do have what is your tea. So we are getting the guest tea. That's right. Miss Liz always plays. And I do bring a different cup of tea. So it ain't about the beverage. So a lot of the guests are like, oh, I'm going on tea time. I better drink tea. No, you don't need to drink tea. You can have a glass of wine. You can have a coffee. You can have a glass of water. You can have anything you want. Just serve yourself. So again, you gave me teaching for the T. You gave me educational for the E. What are you giving me for the letter A? Oh, and I think we lost video. So I'm gonna go with awareness because go ahead. I lost your video, but I still can hear you.
Yes, yes, I'm there. So the E, I'm giving you education, and the A, I'm giving you um, awareness.
I knew you would go with that. And that's
So
exactly what
I'm
I
giving
said.
you teaching education awareness.
And that's what
And
T is,
the
right?
awareness has gone a long way.
Exactly. And it's just, I really want to thank you for
I
joining
really
me.
enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Well, thank you so much. And I am glad that we could get this to work out. We got 1 hour. We had a little bit of glitches, but you know what? There's glitches. We all have glitches in life, but if we continue on and we have the hope and the belief in ourselves, we can actually make a difference. And that's what we do on Tea Time, is we keep pushing through. I want to really thank you again, Atud, for joining me all the way from Cameroon. And I want everyone to check out his website, Joyous charity organization. And if you would like to know anything else about Atud and you can't reach him, you can't find him, then you can always reach Miss Liz, and Miss Liz can always connect you to Atud. There's always ways of getting us connected. But again, through the website, through his social media platforms, make sure to check him out. And if you're going to give a donation from the heart. We actually can make a difference when we put our hearts into everything. Heart, passion, and a difference is what we do here on Tea Time. So I want to thank everybody for watching Tea Time, and I will see everybody at 3 p.m. when we have Allison Hammond joining us, and she'll be teaching us about the responsible people and company. And it's not what you guys are thinking. It's going to be a different cup of tea. So make sure to check that out at 3 p.m. But again, Atud, thank you for joining me. And thank you for all the listeners and the supporters out there. And yes, we do Tea Time a little different all the time. Miss Liz tries to do the best she can. So I always have a backup plan. So plan A doesn't work, plan B does work. Choose any final words before we close this Tea Time today.
Thank you so much, Ms. Liz. I want to say that you are doing an incredible work. For serving the Tea Time today with love. Indeed, you served the Tea Time today with love, because I saw you had two plans. You had plan A and plan B. That is great. You are a visionary leader. You are a very proactive leader, and you have a success plan. That if at all this plan A didn't work, I have plan B, and that was indeed plan A for us to get on streaming on YouTube didn't work. You actually immediately same time just got to um, um, uh, you got immediately, and we are now talking live, connecting live on Zoom. I want to say thank you so much for everything you have given, this privilege of giving to Joyous Charity, that we finally made it a success. Indeed, it's a success. We had a great time, great tea time together. And I want to say that Joyous Charity will forever remain grateful and thankful for this opportunity you have done to take Joyous Charity to the nooks and crannies of the world. I believe many on Tea Time podcasts are going to be listening and having a wonderful moment, sipping the tea, the same quantity we had together. They're going to be galloping it, and I know that together they were going to join hands together to see how to give a better future to these kids. It's a bright future to the kids, and I want to say that there's one thing I left. Ms. Liz permitted me to say, we are planning to build a home for the kids. We're planning to build a home for the kids because where they are living is not a permanent structure. They need a better home. they are renting, and it's costly for monthly to get the payment of the house every month is costly for the kids. So at times we are out of payments of the rent, and at times the landlords keep threatening to send us away. So we believe that together with some partners, we're going to have a better home, maybe to construct a good orphanage home for these kids. So together we can achieve that. Our slogan is let's smile together. Together we can make this happen because every impossibility can be turned to possibilities if we come together with love. Thank you, Miss Liz. Thank you. See you long. Teatime will keep impacting communities, impacting lives, and changing lives and transforming lives. Thank you, Miss Liz.
Well, thank you so much, Atud. And I want to thank everybody. And I will see everybody at 3 p.m. for the second tea time. And then don't forget, we also have an evening tea time. That's right. On Thursdays, we have 3 tea time shows going out. So we have 2 more incredible guests that are coming in. So we have USA joining us this afternoon, and then we have Canada this evening. So we are doing 3 countries. That's right. We're traveling from our seats, and we are just making a difference altogether. So I want to thank everybody. I will see everybody at 3 p.m. Atud, don't leave. I'm just going to close up the recording, and we will continue to have a good conversation while everyone gets ready for this afternoon's tea time.